now let's look at question number 5. In question number 5, it reads, Alpha owns 100% of the minerals and conveys all of the minerals to Bravo, who conveys 3% of the oil and gas produced and saved to Charlie, and then conveys 100% of the minerals to Delta, subject to the prior reservations. So who owns what? Well, let's just start off by writing down all the owners here. First we have Alpha, and then we have Bravo, and then we have Charlie, and then we have Delta. All right, so what happens is Alpha owns 100%, and Alpha conveys all to Bravo. All right, so now Bravo owns 100% of the minerals, and Alpha owns 0% of the minerals. But then Bravo conveys 3% of the oil and gas produced and saved, that's a royalty interest, to Charlie. Okay, so now Charlie has this. Charlie has a 3% net revenue interest, 3% royalty interest. Okay. Let's see then what happens. Conveys 3% of the oil and gas produced saved to Charlie, and then A is going to convey. Then C conveys 100% of the minerals to Delta. Okay, so Bravo owned the 100%. Okay, let me back up a minute. I see what I did wrong here. So what's happening then is A owns 100%. He conveys all to B. Then B conveys a 3% royalty interest to C, and then B conveys 100% of the minerals to Delta. Okay, so B has now conveyed all of these minerals. He no longer owns 100%. Now D is the party that owns a 100% interest. And since Alpha and Bravo own no minerals, they're going to have no working interest and no net revenue interest because they own no minerals. Okay, Charlie is going to get this 3% net revenue interest, and Delta is going to have, before he conveys that oil and gas lease, 100% working interest and 100% net revenue interest, subject to prior conveyances. So subject to this 3%. So that means whenever he leases his property, whatever that royalty payment is, he's going to deduct the royalty payment minus this non-participating royalty interest, and that will be his net revenue interest. But since we don't know right now what kind of oil and gas lease royalty he was granted, we're just going to say right now he owns 100% of the net revenue interest, subject to the prior reservations.